Hi, NA, Jason William Mitchiner Galbraith, GAOMG. Just wanted to touch base with you about my goals of raising $3 million so I can purchase my ancestral Bardowie castle, and then I can have all of the clan Galbraith over, and then we can vote for a clan commander and eventually for a chief. And that's the only way we're going to be able to get our new chief. There's another family convention going on next year for another clan, and I've got information from a lot of sources out there, from Lord Lyons and other people that work with clans all the time, and they're just like, regardless if your clans have the names like famous ones: Bruce, Wallace, Hamilton, Douglas, Stewart, Eskrin, Kennedy's, like I do, I can type in any of those names. I can find them all, in Scotland, from Stirlingshire to Lothian, Edinburgh, all the way down to Wigtown, where Sir Arthur signed the Ragman Rolls in 1296 from Wigtown. And I have ancestors, direct ancestors from there as well. So my ancestry goes from the Argyll, Bute to Stirlingshire to Edinburgh, all the way down to Wigtown. So that's really exciting. But the part that really excites me and really like differentiates my Galbraith from people that are like living in Scotland right now, that they could be like 55% more Scottish than I am, but the 41% of Scottish that I am are fighters, and they did everything they could when they had to be extradited from Scotland and forced to leave their castles, lands, titles. Is they still in America made sure to marry and have children with clans that came from the kingdom of Strathclyde. And that blows me away that my ancestors, fighting ancestors, kept they made such an effort to keep their ancestral lines going. And this is just an example of it. I have all of these papers, I call them my AKC papers, all on my direct Galbraith ancestors, not just all the ones in Scotland, but all the things that they did when they came to America. And it is amazing what they've done and had to go through and everything. It talks about here that they were part of the Scotch extraction, and they were called Tories of North Carolina that fought for the British. And the British told them that if the Scottish would fight for them, they would give them back their castles, titles, and lands. The British also told all slaves that if they fought for the British, they would be free as well. So they were trying to recruit all the slaves that were in America on their side to fight for them. And they were trying to get all the Scots that they kicked out of Scotland back, and promising them all of their castles, titles, and lands back if they won, which they didn't. And then my ancestors, had to leave North Carolina. But they went there with the McFadden's and the Blues. And when I looked up, my ancestors, is that you can find them anywhere, but to find like the Blues ancestry directly connected to me, and I'll just read it to you, is that the ancient Scottish kingdom of Strathclyde had the ancestors of the Blues family, and they're from the Argyll. And that, again, just blows me away, is the effort that my direct ancestors made when they came to America to keep the culture and tradition that they had in Scotland here as well. And there's one particular person, and it depends on where you do your DNA from. If they do it in 23andMe, they might not show up on Ancestry.com, and vice versa. So the one name that really is important, or really meant a lot to me to see it jump out, of course, I wrote my third book, which was the beginning of my trilogy, and that talks about the famous Captain Kidd. And for me to find that I have direct ancestry, with Captain Kidd that I wrote about, is very exciting for me. And just a lot of the stuff that I'm finding out that I've done that I didn't even know about myself is really amazing, and I'm sharing it with you and everything because it's a story that I really can't believe. You know, I've done all this. It's a lot bigger than anything that I ever imagined when I started. So anyway, I'm really excited about all of my ancestry and having ancestry with Captain Kidd. That's also from the Kingdom of Strathclyde. How do you like that? It's really amazing, and to have all of my papers, and hopefully, you know, I can raise $3 million and get my ancestral castle, and we can do a family convention, and we can get our new chief, even if it's not me. But I want it to be me, bro. Cheers.